February 4th, 2018 was a date that Philadelphia Eagles fans will never forget, as the Philadelphia Eagles, who were an underdog throughout that whole NFL playoffs, beat the Falcons, beat the Vikings, and would then face off against the New England Patriots, the dynasty of the NFL for the past 2 decades, were the heavy favorites to win the Super Bowl yet again. But the Philadelphia Eagles took the mantra of the underdog throughout the playoffs and especially in that Super Bowl. And what we would see in that Super Bowl not only would never be forgotten by Eagles fans, but NFL purists worldwide. As the Philadelphia Eagles, with defense, the arm of a backup quarterback, with a very big and a coach who was written off his whole career as an NFL quarterback and as a coach in general in the NFL. This band of misfits took on the New England Patriots for 4 quarters and would walk out of US Bank stadiums as NFL champions. The first time since 1960, but this time it counted even more because it was the Super Bowl, the trophy that was eluding the Philadelphia Eagles franchise for the 52 years the Super Bowl has been alive. And now, a year and a half later, guys, things are different between both those teams. The New England Patriots seems to have not lost a step after winning the Super Bowl last year against the LA Rams, while the Philadelphia Eagles have dealt with injuries, some quarterback controversy with that same guy Nick Foles, and the current starter Carson Wentz. But now this Sunday, after a long bye week, the Philadelphia Eagles will face off against those same New England Patriots here in our house, Lincoln Financial Field. And today, guys, even though it has been a bye week, we are going to find stuff to talk about because we love our bird. Guys, I'm your Parcero Philly, uniting all through sports and culture here in the beautiful city of Philadelphia. And here, we're going to talk about the week that was with the Philadelphia Eagles and preview it, the Sunday afternoon game against the New England Patriots. Sit back and hang tight, guys, because you don't want to miss this. Let's get this started, guys. Yeah. All right, guys, obviously we just went through our bye week, but still there was things to talk about because the Eagles still made some moves while the team was off from play. And obviously, we have to start off here with the big news that was, and unfortunately, our worst fears became reality when Deshaun Jackson would be announced after the Chicago Bears game that he would be put on IR, ending his comeback with the Philadelphia Eagles. And obviously, guys, this is upsetting. We were all excited to see Deshaun Jackson back in midnight green, rocking that number 10, flying down the field, but his season got cut short. And I discussed it in the last week weekly recap that I didn't understand why we had to put Deshaun Jackson out against a Bears team that we could have beaten with the team that we had. And we did do that. And now Deshaun will be on IR, making this already weak wide receiving group that much weaker. But the good news in that is we got the return of J-Matt. Jordan Matthews is back in Philadelphia for the 3rd time in his career. My man deserves some sort of compensation for his work that he has done for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, obviously, Jordan Matthews isn't as exciting as Deshaun Jackson, but what you get from Jordan Matthews is some reliability. Great locker room guy. He's going to bring the spirits up in that wide receiving room that we all know is a little shooken up right about now. Now, Jordan has had his fair share of drops, but one thing to consider right now with Jordan Matthews is possibly moving him into the slot receiver. Now, Jordan Matthews, when he had success in this league, was when Chip Kelly put him in as a slot receiver. My man caught 85 passes in 2015. That is not bad for an NFL receiver, and he was in the slot majority of that year. Definitely something to think about. I know Nelson Aguilar, that's his position. He's got the speed, but Nelson hasn't really been working out in the slot this season. Why not try something different? Nelson has played on the outside before. Let's see what happens when we put him out there. We got to do something here because Carson cannot just keep throwing to Zach Ertz, and we cannot keep running the ball every down. You got to eventually throw the ball on some of these better defenses, especially these next 2 games when you got to face off against the New England Patriots as well as the Seattle Seahawks. You need guys to step up. Something to think about, but I definitely think that the wide receiving core needs a shakeup. I also want to see some more J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Let's call some plays that cater to his strengths. And also, myself, like the rest of Eagles Nation, we are done with seeing Matt Collins out. I only want to see his ass on special teams, but let's try to find a way to replace him because we can't be having this guy who can't even run a route and catch balls out there for Carson Wentz. Ain't happening. And in other news, the Philadelphia Eagles did release Andrew El Pendejo Centejo, who was cut after the Philadelphia Eagles finally seemed to be healthy in the secondary. If you watch a Chicago Bears game, you saw Jim Schwartz line up his nickel defense with 4 cornerbacks out there in Rasul Douglas, Ronald Darby, Jalen Mills, and Avonte Maddox. Limiting the play of the safeties, it made sense for the Philadelphia Eagles to release Andrew Sandejo, sending over a compensatory pick in a future draft from the Minnesota Vikings. Stock up them draft picks, I say. And to replace him, the Philadelphia Eagles signed Marcus Epps. Wait, I thought he was playing for the Red Bull. Oh, the football Marcus Epps. The other football Marcus Epps. Gotcha. So that was definitely a Philadelphia Union reference for all you Eagles fans who are not 5 for 5s. But Marcus Epps was claimed off the waivers from the Philadelphia Eagles, who was on the Vikings waiver wire. And this is a guy who was a 6th-round draft pick who the Philadelphia Eagles actually were considering drafting in last year's draft. The Vikings beat them to it. And this is an opportunity for the Philadelphia Eagles to have a guy for the future. Develop him under Malcolm Jenkins and Rodney McLeod. Maybe you get something out of him, but you really don't lose much. And obviously you're going to need the depth eventually. So not a bad signing there. Alright guys, it's Patriots week. There is no need for me here to hype you guys up because you guys all realize what this means. This is the creme of the crop. This is the face of the NFL today. And we beat them a year and a half ago. But a lot has been lost since that time. Both teams have gone in different directions. And this is the perfect opportunity to set a statement against the New England Patriots in our own house with our home fans behind us to get the second half of the season started on the positive note. This is not going to be a cakewalk, but it is doable for the Philadelphia Eagles to win. Now, the thing is here is that not only did we have a bye week, but the Patriots as well had a bye week this week as well. So they had plenty of time as well to get ready for us. Now, the other issue here is that if you guys remember before the bye week for both these teams, we won, but the Patriots lost against the Baltimore Ravens on Monday Night Football in a bad fashion. Lamar Jackson, Mark Ingram carved up that New England Patriots defense, putting up 210 rush yards. And it looked like they were running at their own will, but the Ravens have been doing that to a lot of teams. But if you look at the week previously, the Cleveland Browns put up 159 yards rushing as well. Even though they lost, they were making a comeback, but it fell short. Now, as the season goes on, teams are starting to exploit this weakness. Now, the good news is that our running game is starting to catch on. If we want to beat the New England Patriots, the way we do it, guys, is by running the damn ball down the Patriots' throat. I want to see heavy Jordan Howard pounding the rock. I want to see some Miles Sanders to switch things up. This offensive line, the offensive line that loves to run block. This is the game to have a big game. Let's run the ball, alleviate some pressure from Carson Wentz, find both our tight ends, Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert, because the Patriots have troubles defending the tight ends as well. This has to be the game plan on beating the New England Patriots, but this game plan will not work if the defense don't do their job. Now, if you guys remember back in the Super Bowl, the reason why we beat them was because the defense got into Tom Brady's head. They got in the backfield, they got in his face, they put on some pain on him, and that has been the model of beating Tom Brady Patriots for over the past 10 years. Luckily, with our secondary healthy, you saw last week as the Chicago Bears, them running a lot of man-on-man coverage, and it was working. They were sticking their guys, allowing enough time for the Eagles front line to get in the backfield and get to Mitchell Trubisky. Now, obviously, the Bears offense is completely different from the Patriots offense, but that is a blueprint you can use in this Patriots game to try to beat them. Man coverage has to do their job, sticking these wide receivers, and that front line will get to the backfield, especially at home, guys. This is definitely the game plan to do. Run the ball, kill the clock, keep the ball away from Tom Brady, punishing at will on this Patriots defense and offense, play solid man coverage, and get to Tom Brady. And guys, Sunday night, we will be winners against the Patriots yet again. This is an easy game plan, guys. This is going to be tough, but I definitely think that with the bye week, even though the Patriots had a bye week as well, Doug Peterson's going to get these guys ready. And the important aspect here, guys, is we are at home. You know the link is going to be loud, and I definitely think we're going to win. I see the Eagles winning like a 24-17 game, but we will see. And of course, the Dallas Cowboys lost to the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday Night Football, but I also predicted that as well, making this division a little more easier for us to get. This time next week, I will come back on here. We will discuss this game, but for right now, want to hear from you guys. In the comments below, let me know what you guys feel. How are you feeling about the Patriots? Do you think we will win? Or Do you think we will lose? How do you feel about this Philadelphia Eagles roster? And lastly, how about them boys? How do you feel about the Cowboys losing against the Vikings last night? Let me know in the comments below. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys checking this video and checking this channel out, quite frankly. But guys, if you want to see more of El Parcero Philly, help me out. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell button for notifications, and share this video as well as this channel. And also, if you want to catch me on other realms of social media, definitely follow me. On Twitter, you can follow me at El Parcero Philly. And on Instagram, you can definitely check me out there as well at LEL_Parcero, PARCERO _Philly. But until next time, mi gente, go Birds.